From a 24-time felon in Lufkin, Texas, who ran from police in his blue pickup, and a wild chase in Ohio that plowed through this poor farmer's cornfields, to a bold couple in a Polaris side by side that ditched police in the middle of the woods, and a crazy Florida woman who thought the golf course was her best chance to escape. Here are the craziest off-road police chases caught on camera. Driving through a cornfield. It's one of our favorite Hollywood tropes. But does it work in real life like it does in the movies? This car thief from Fostoria, Ohio wanted to find out. It was October 5th of 2024. Police in Fostoria were looking for a driver who'd been giving them problems all week. Then, around 6 p.m., an officer spotted the suspect's car driving through a small neighborhood. The driver hit the gas and took off, leading to this off-road chase worthy of an Academy Award.
Transmission 44, what street?
The driver bailed on foot and left his female passenger behind. The woman, identified as Shelby Dieterle, was arrested and booked into Wood County Jail. She claims she didn't know the driver, and it's unclear what role, if any, she played in his crimes. As for the driver, 43-year-old Matthew Aldrich was arrested 37 miles away in Seneca County, Ohio, on unrelated charges. Police tied him to this chase once they learned the car was stolen. In the end, Matthew learned that driving through a cornfield is as easy as Hollywood makes it seem. Maybe he can use his time behind bars to turn his story into an action-packed screenplay. Leland Randolph didn't understand the rules of his parole. The 37-year-old felon had 24 prior convictions for burglary, possession, and unlawful possession of a firearm. All he had to do was stay out of trouble this time. But, as they say, the 25th time's a charm. It was December 2nd of 2021. Multiple agencies in the Lufkin, Texas area had been building a case against Leland for several days. After securing 3 new warrants, police finally moved in to arrest the felon. He had other ideas, leading to this short chase through Angelina County.
He's fixing to try to go through the fence.
Now let's see that crash again from the trailing officer's perspective.
Get down! Give me your hand! Hold on.
Leland was arrested and charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, felony possession of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance. 2 women were also arrested after Leland crashed. January Powers and Alice Horton were seen helping Leland load items into the stolen pickup at a storage facility. Horton fled with Leland when police arrived, and Powers was arrested on the scene. When police searched the storage unit, they found several weapon magazines, a rifle, plenty of bullets, and liquid methamphetamine. Now, it's unclear where or when this next chase took place. All we know is that this cop was no match for this guy, his girlfriend, and their Polaris RZR, or Razor. The chase began in the dead of night when our officer saw the sport side by side driving illegally on the main road. He got behind the suspect only to learn why the Razor is among the best ATVs in the world.
Count him, pin him, count him. Get him in there.
Our officer continued chasing the suspects on foot, hoping they'd crash or get stuck on something, but that simply wasn't going to happen. There's a reason that militaries around the world use the Polaris Razor and similar models. They're reliable and can navigate almost anything. In the end, the driver, his girlfriend, and their case of Coors Light escaped unharmed.
Just trying to give her a little bit of space so that we don't push her into the pedestrians.
December 7th of 2021 was a picture-perfect day for golf in Indian River County, Florida. This 61-year-old drug addict wanted to change that. Jody Ann Harvey was driving recklessly through Indian River County when officers tried to pull her over. She refused to stop and led police on an extended chase through Vero Beach. She blew several red lights and nearly caused multiple collisions as she approached the Grand Harbor Golf Course. The gate out front never stood a chance.
Give her a little bit of space so that we don't push her into the pedestrians. She's got it.
Get on your knees right now!
Straight ahead,
Get on
John.
your knees!
Do it right. She's out of the vehicle.
Jody was arrested and charged with fleeing and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. At the hospital, she told police that she was high on a copious amount of cocaine. While they appreciated the truth, it didn't stop them from adding DUI to her growing list of charges. In the end, Jody took a plea deal in 2023 that netted her 6 months in jail and 2 years probation. She also had her license suspended. Maybe she shouldn't get it back.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull him to this cornfield. He speeds over. Probably 40.
September 18th of 2024. Arkansas State Trooper Matthew Price was patrolling North 6th Street in Fort Smith, Arkansas, when he spotted a suspicious red truck heading straight for him. Coincidentally, a red Dodge 3500 had been reported stolen out of Ozark earlier that day. Trooper Price spun around and flipped on his lights and sirens. The move prompted our driver and truck thief, 31-year-old Tyler Jones, to step on the gas. He fled at over 100 miles per hour as Price tried to catch up. When he finally did, Tyler decided to test his new ride's off-road capabilities.
I'm just now getting caught up to speed limit. We're going north now.
Yeah, red towards.
Right now we're through the median, going up the hill. We're going back towards Fort Smith.
They're back on the main road, but they won't be for long. Tyler tries the same trick again, leading Trooper Price on another off-road adventure, this time through a massive soybean field.
There we go. We're almost gonna get here.
Took them off the exit. Down there by the... we're in a cornfield now.
That's Joe.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull him to this cornfield. He speeds over probably 40. Yeah, I'm fixing
The thing about driving through a field like this is that you leave an easy-to-follow trail behind. Maybe if Tyler had doubled back and crisscrossed his path a few times, he could have made a makeshift maze and confused the officer. Instead, this truck thief kept driving straight ahead. It was bumpy, but Trooper Price was able to keep up.
He's head on with traffic right now back towards Roland. He turned back towards the gas station. Conoco.
After driving on the wrong side of the road, Tyler leads police through a gas station, where you can see people telling Trooper Price which way he went. Our officer follows the truck onto another dirt road. The dust cloud might make it hard to see, but at least it tells Trooper Price where Tyler is going.
Following the dust cloud. We're southbound on a dirt road.
Just stay right there where you are, so that way they can make for the city
I think they might have just ramped off the river. Stop! You're gonna get dog bit! Get over here right now! Get over here!
According to Trooper Price's report, Tyler and his two passengers, 41-year-old Dusty Gregory and 28-year-old Callie Paul, fled the truck when it crashed into the Arkansas River. Tyler tried swimming away while the others fled on foot. They didn't make it very far, and Trooper Price arrested all three when backup arrived. In the end, the trio was arrested and charged with several crimes, including felony fleeing, possession of stolen property, and resisting arrest. Fairfield Bay, Arkansas is a small town nestled in the heart of the Ozark Mountains. If you're into boating and off-roading, then Fairfield Bay might be the place for you. Just don't ride your four-wheeler on the main road. It was December 9th of 2022. Arkansas State Trooper Robert Neese was heading north on Highway 330 when he spotted a four-wheeler driving where it wasn't supposed to. What should have been a simple, "Hey, don't do that," turned into a wild off-road chase that pushed Trooper Neese's squad car to the limit.
Stop! Stop! You ain't keep going. Stop! You!
Why?
You can't be on the highway.
This is you.
Huh?
They said you can.
Who?
The Flipper Bay.
Trailhead. I was just trying to get past those ditch lines so I can hit this trail. I wasn't trying to cause no trouble, bro.
Oh, he just took off on me. We're going northbound. About 51. The traffic's light.
It's right about now that our suspect remembers that he's on a four-wheeler and decides to challenge Trooper Neese to an off-roading battle.
Harley Davidson motorcycle jacket. Tattoos on his face. Word. We're off the road.
The ATV will never outrun Trooper Neese on the road, and our suspect can only rip up so many lawns until he runs out of gas. If he wants to lose the cops, he'll have to take his four-wheeler to the one place it's supposed to go. He starts heading toward those trails he mentioned earlier. It turns out he knows them like the back of his hand.
Fairhaven Road, turn to right. He's going through the woods.
That tiny mistake cost Trooper Neese the chase. He never saw the suspect again. Legend has it that the man is still driving around the woods, looking for his hat and gas can. As for Trooper Neese, we're sure the ASP mechanic had a few choice words after seeing the damage to his squad car.
Get on here. Tell me I'll take passenger if they bail.
Fond du Lac is a small city in eastern Wisconsin. It's named after a French phrase that means bottom of the lake, which makes sense since Fond du Lac is located on the southern edge of Lake Winnebago. On November 18th of 2022, officers in Fond du Lac received a call around 12:20 p.m. about a suspicious vehicle idling on the side of the road. The caller was close enough to read off the license plate. When officers punched it in, they learned that the vehicle was stolen. As we all know, car thieves don't like pulling over when the cops try to stop them.
5-4, he's going to be taken off. He's about NF right now.
W's on NF.
5-4 on the brakes here. W794. 5-4, we're going through the field right now. W794. Why, dude?
If there was unit that just called, I've been not coming.
was a valiant effort, but all that off-roading was for nothing. The driver is back on the same road, only heading in the opposite direction. Maybe it'll work the next time he tries it.
5-4, do we have anyone in front of us? 5-4, eastbound airport, going through the field right here in the corner. From 5-4, going through the field, airport and F right now.
Copy, going through the field.
Doing good? Yep. Good. 37 dispatch, we're close by.
Just like before, the driver is back where he started. He stays on the road for a few more miles and manages to put some distance between himself and the police. That's when he gets the bright idea to try off-roading again. This time, his passenger bails out. He probably felt safer in police custody than with this maniac.
5-4, slowing down, going into a farm field here on the south end. I don't really want to go through that. We need to left before we arrived. He was wearing a black jeans and with no heat hat. 5-4 traveling through a cut cornfield. 5-4 getting bogged down here. Looks like passengers got the door open. Get out here. Tell me get out. I'll take passenger if they bail.
Don't fucking move!
Get out. Get him. Get him in cuffs. Get him in cuffs.
When police asked what they were up to, the passenger offered an innocent explanation. As unlikely as it sounds, the story checked out. They were just getting the mail. The passenger just didn't know that they were doing so in a stolen car. Meanwhile, our lead officer stayed on the driver's tail.
Deputy, you go with 9-1 and I'll catch up with 5-4.
5-4, we're going back out on the F. We're going through the farm right now. 541, I said 156. We good on a pit or no? Hold up. Confirm. 10-4. Freeze, I'm at F. Didn't be anywhere else.
Checking the area.
91 subject just informing says of a firearm in that vehicle. 2 to 5-4, I'm going to try and set up spikes on north of UMC. We're going through the high school parking lot right now. We're going on the back side of the school. We are by the walking track right now. Going through the field by the baseball diamond.
Convoy to Washington. Convoy, this is Washington. We're still on Sheriff
156 and road down there. 5-4, we're through the parking lot of the high school right now.
That was the last time police saw this Fond du Lac car thief. They called off the chase after he entered a high school parking lot. Catching this guy wasn't worth the danger. According to police reports, the passenger identified the driver and warned police about the gun in his lap. We never learn his name, and Fond du Lac authorities haven't released much more about the case. They did issue a warrant for his arrest with nationwide extradition, meaning no matter where he runs, police in that state can and will send him back to Wisconsin. March 30th of 2022. Arkansas State Trooper Blaine Middlecoff was heading south on I-55 when he spotted a black sedan coming in hot behind him. According to his rear-facing radar, the car was doing 90 in a 75-mile-per-hour zone. Trooper Middlecoff pulled over and waited for the black sedan to pass. The driver tried to play it cool, but Middlecoff's radar had already busted him for speeding. The light and sirens came on, prompting this criminal to take off. He hit speeds well over 100 miles per hour as he weaved between trucks on the highway. Instead of risking his life to catch up, Trooper Middlecoff played it safe, knowing these long Arkansas highways don't have many turns or exits. Then, the suspect veered right and took an exit, which only allowed Trooper Middlecoff to close the gap and end this chase for good. Inside the car, Trooper Middlecoff found a handgun, marijuana, and a digital scale with drug residue. Back at the car, Trooper Middlecoff asked the driver why he ran. He allegedly said, "I was scared and running from you was fun." You know what's not fun? Jail. If you enjoyed this video and want to see another just like it, be sure to click the link on screen now. With that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.